Hi, I'm Tommy with Studio Sense. We're happy that you could be here. Today's review, we're going to be talking about Mercedes-Benz Club. Author Sonia Rykiel said that perfume chases you, it follows you and lingers behind you. She said that it's a reference mark, and that perfume makes silence talk. I happen to agree with her. If it's a reference mark, is what you're wearing an exclamation point or a question mark? And if perfume or cologne makes silence talk, what does what you're wearing say about you? What if you wanted it to say something like sophisticated luxury, modern innovation? These and many other phrases can be used to describe a brand that's been around since 1926. Yes, we're talking about Mercedes-Benz. As with many brands that become wildly successful and want to branch out and diversify, Mercedes-Benz launched their very own fragrance line. Welcome to another fragrance review with Studio Sense. Today we're going to be talking about Mercedes-Benz Club. Resulting from the collaborative effort of Olivier Cresp and friends, Mercedes-Benz Club launched around 2013. Comes in a nice silver box. Got the Daimler seal. It's Eau de Toilette in a 100ml bottle. Got the address there. And on the bottom, got the ingredients listing, as well as the barcode. A couple of packaging symbols there as well. I really do like the packaging here and the ingredients list. That I'm just going to open the box, see the famous Mercedes-Benz embossed logo in silver on the top there. Black corrugated cardboard on the inside with a black felt bag with silver drawstrings. Pull that out. It feels really quality too. You can see the Mercedes-Benz embossed across the front of the black felt bag in silver. It's pretty neat there. Nothing else on the bag, that's just it. Undo the drawstrings and pull it out here. Now the packaging for the bottle, their choices, it's interesting. You can see the mirror-like surface, see my camera in the background there. And you can see the bottle itself on the inside, the juice lingering inside the bottle itself. Mercedes-Benz embossed on the back. And the atomizer, there's no lid, it's at the very top. You just depress it and it pops out there. And the very bottom of the bottle is a little disappointing. You can see the batch code there and product information stamped on the bottom. But I don't really care for that bottom. You'll see why in a moment. Let's see that mirror-like surface again. That's pretty neat. Spray pattern is about 2.5 feet in distance and about 1 foot in circumference. Honestly, one pump of this is all you need for all day. Spray a little bit here. And it will last all day long. The only thing I don't like about this bottle, however, is the bottom, as I mentioned earlier. If you put that down, you notice that it's really tenuous. It starts moving immediately. If you set that on a dresser or a table and barely touch it, it will fall over very easily. So overall, the presentation is great for this cologne. But the bottle itself, it could have had a little bit more character added to the bottom, a little bit more depth or breadth to it so that it's more stable when you stand it up next to your other collection. But as druthers go, that is not a huge deal breaker. Overall, I'd give this, out of 1 to 10, I would say this is a strong 7.5. I've got to say that I'm really impressed with Mercedes-Benz opening. There's a bit of a citrus cypress love tap there, but after about 20 minutes it becomes a love triangle as the kind of an anise or licorice sensation with just a hint of rhubarb comes out. And if there's a missed opportunity, this is it for me. At least it was my experience that sweet tart rhubarb sensation kind of goes away after about 20 minutes, and that's a little disappointing because I really like what rhubarb did to this in the very beginning. A couple of hours after my first shot of juice, I began to move around and about my day and catch a glimpse or a whiff of my own personal space. And it gradually changed in the mid. Within a few hours of the citrusy opening salvo sluicing off, leaving me with a memory of vetiver, some spicy tonka, and just an adjunct or an aside of that rhubarb and juniper berry. As I said, that rhubarb could have gone a lot longer, but while it was there, it was really enjoyable, but it's wrapped within that definitive amber or ambroxan stance. With the DRYDOWN comes Club's strongest statement. It is the essence of aristocracy as a philosophy and not an economical position. It promotes self-worth of the absolute highest value. Only no shortcuts. It says that you'll get there with hard work, not daddy's money. Speaking of dads, when I was young, my father took me to this place that made cigars, into a special room that I eventually learned was called an aging room. It was a very Hemingway, and you could easily imagine authors and statesmen and big game hunters standing around talking about world affairs amid clouds of fascinating scents. And I remember too, because the walls were lined with a special kind of Spanish cedar that just resonated and filled the room with this camphoraceous, lingering, woodsy, balsamic scent and fragrance. While Mercedes-Benz doesn't have a cedar note, it's replaced with cypress, it still reminds me of that room, of masculine success in design and craftsmanship that lasts and lasts, day in and day out, no matter the gamut that you run it through. Club has an impressive projection that, quite honestly, lasts and lasts. It's been said that your personal space bubble is within a 3-foot circumference, and Club's projection very nearly fills that bubble. With this kind of longevity and subsequent sillage trail, it will easily land compliments within a social setting. The potency of Club is very, very good. I like to wear a cologne or perfume for about 2 or 3 days before I actually review it. That way I can make some notes of the notes, kind of get some different impressions of what I think of it. And the other day, after I'd sprayed it on after a couple of hours, my wife hugged me and she was like, "Now I'm gonna smell like you all day." She said, "I'm a girl, not a boy, and I don't want to smell masculine." And it's true. Club is some potent juice. We ended up having to take some water and a cloth and dilute it to kind of get it to go away or fade a little bit. Just as impressive as its opening, the tenacity of Club is pretty amazing. One shot of juice with no bruising will last you about 8 hours, depending upon your activity. I once played basketball late into the evening and cooked Club for an additional 3 or 4 hours in the old sweat oven. And yes, I waited that long before I took a shower, so sue me. I like to smell a lot. My wife was like, "Did you just spray that on you again?" I was like, "No. Just cooked it with some basketball." One day after a long day of work and collapsing into bed, I woke up the next morning and still smelled Club on me. So Club is definitely a longevity beast. But I'm not so sure it is a summer fragrance. I mean, you can wear it in high heat, it's okay to do that, but I believe that you can best use this fragrance in a fall situation or a fall sort of setting, kind of fall going into winter. It may be muted by clothing a little bit, but it's strong enough to punch through the weave and the fabric and still get a, "This is really nice. What is that? What are you wearing? I really like that, what you're wearing." I got compliments on this very easily every single time that I wore it into a social setting. Thank you so much for watching this review. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Smash that like button if you want to see similar reviews, or if you have any negative comments, that's fine too. I accept criticism. We always want to strive to do better, and that's what I'm here to do. I want to give you the best information in the best way possible. So thank you so much again. I'll see you next time. Opulence. There's opulence. To go, you have to see the movie. And yes, subscribe or I'll come after you. I'll find you. Or something like that. Cut.